Hello and welcome to Bright Sparks. Now this session is the last one of the summer programme, but don't worry, it's not the last Bright Sparks. We will carry on doing filmed versions of the Bright Sparks until we're allowed back in church. Okay, so let's get going. Right, what do we do first? Yeah, got your shakers? We're ready? If you're happy and you know it, shake your shaker. If you're happy and you know it, shake your shaker. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, shake your shaker. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stamp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stamp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, stamp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, shout we are. We are. If you're happy and you know it, shout we are. We are. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, shout we are. We are. Brilliant. You're such good singers. Right. So let's get on with the songs and let's see what we can choose today. Right. Oh, Mr. Meerkat, would you like to do the first choose? Say hello. Right. You ready to dive into the bag? Oh, he's got his nose right in. Have a good look. There we are. Okay, what have we got? Row, row, row your boat. Right, so you sit down there. Right, have you got your boat ready? Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. And if you see a crocodile, don't forget to scream. Ah! Have a polar bear. Row, row, row your boat gently down the river. And if you see a polar bear, don't forget to shiver. Ooh. Shall we have a mouse? Row, row, row your boat gently down the creek. And if you see a little mouse, don't forget to squeak. Shall we have a lion? You got your roaring ready? Got your roaring head on? Row, row, row your boat gently to the shore. And if you see a lion, don't forget to roar. Rah! Rah! What else is there? Can you think? I can hear you. That's right. We haven't had the whale, have we? Row, row, row your boat gently out to sea. And if you see a big blue whale, invite him back for tea. That's right. Okay, let's go on to the next song. And who's going to choose? Oh, just give those a little bit of a shuffle. Right, who's going to do the next one? Oopsie daisy, would you like a turn? In you go. And what are you going to choose? Oh, there we are. Which one's that one? Oh, yes. The little green frog. This is where you're allowed to screw your eyes up and stick your tongues out. Right, let's find the frog. Okay, here we are. We're ready. Saying hello to you. Ready. Went the little green frog one day. Went the little green frog. Went the little green frog one day. The little green frog went, ah. We know frogs go whoosh la di da di da, whoosh la di da di da, whoosh la di da di da. We know frogs go whoosh la di da di da. They don't go ah. Bye bye. Right. next one. Okay, Mr. Fox. You coming to have a choose? Your nice bushy tail. You get your nose in there, see what you can find. Okay. Oops, you've dropped it. Oh. Okay, there we are. Incy Wincy Spider. Incy Wincy Spider climbing up the spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sunshine and dried up all the rain. So Incy Wincy Spider climbed up the spout again. Should we do that one again? Incy Wincy Spider climbing up the spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sunshine and dried up all the rain. So Incy Wincy Spider climbed up the spout again. Very good. Right, let's get the next one. Who's going to choose this one? Okay, Ted, in you go. What are we going to have? Ooh, 1 potato, 2 potato. Ready? You get your potatoes ready? 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4. 5 potato, 6 potato, 7 potato more. 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4. 5 potato, 6 potato, 7 potato more. You all are singing well. I could hear some good singing and some good actions. Well done. Right, we've still got time for singing. Got lots more to do. Let's have a look. What are you going to choose? Oh, there we are. Miss Polly had a dolly. Okay, so get your dolly ready. Miss Polly had a dolly who was sick, sick, sick. So she phoned for the doctor to be quick, quick, quick. The doctor came with his bag and his hat, and he knocked on the door with a rat-a-tat-tat. He looked at the dolly and he shook his head. He said, Miss Polly, put her straight to bed. He wrote out a letter for a pill, pill, pill. I'll be back in the morning with my bill, bill, bill. Right, got time for another. Okay, Winnie the Pooh, I know you're making a lot of noise. You want to turn, don't you? Right, in you go. You choose one. Oh, 5 little monkeys swinging in a tree. Let's get the monkeys. Ready? 5 little monkeys swinging in a tree. A teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along came Mr. Crocodile, as quiet as can be. Snap! 4 little monkeys swinging in a tree. A teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along came Mr. Crocodile, as quiet as can be. Snap! 3 little monkeys swinging in a tree. A teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along came Mr. Crocodile, as quiet as can be. Snap! 2 little monkeys swinging in a tree. A teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along came Mr. Crocodile, as quiet as can be. Snap! 1 little monkey swinging in a tree. A teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along came Mr. Crocodile, as quiet as can be. Snap! Oh, I could hear some good snaps. You're getting very good at all this. Right, what do we do now? That's right, we need to do the wiggle song to get all those wiggles out ready for the story. Right, so I'll get my machine to do the song. Hey Google, The Wiggle Song by Spring Harvest.
Okay, The Wiggle Song by Spring Harvest. Here it is on Google Play Music. I said I gotta get the wiggles on me. I'm gonna shake my hands, gonna shake my feet. I'm gonna shake my head, gonna groove to the beat. 'Cause I gotta get the wiggles on me. I said I gotta get the wiggles on me. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. I said I gotta get the wiggles on me. Skin to step, skin to feet. I gotta get the wiggles on me. 'Cause it's gonna be fun. Skin on the teeth is forever. I gotta get the wiggles on me. I said I gotta get the wiggles out of me. I said I gotta get the wiggles out of me. I said I gotta get the wiggles out of me. Take it down to me.
Hey Google, stop. Right, so now it's story time. We've got a huge book today. It's called After the Storm. So let's find out what happens in this story. I'm shuffling around just so that you can see all the pages and I'll be able to read the story. Okay, so there we are. We've got Percy all tucked in bed. Percy is a park keeper, so Percy the park keeper couldn't sleep. Outside his hut, a great storm was raging, with thunder and lightning and pouring rain. Percy wasn't frightened by the thunder and he loved to watch the lightning as it lit up the whole park. He didn't even mind the rain, but there was one thing that Percy didn't like. So let's find out what he didn't like. He didn't like the wind. It blew down fences in the park and ripped branches off the trees. He didn't like it one bit. Oh dear, he sighed as he watched from his window. The wind tugged at the trees, making them creak and groan. It looks like I'm going to be busy tomorrow. He pulled his pillow over his head and tried to get to sleep. Just move fast. Let's see what happens. Percy was up early in the morning. The wind had stopped and the sky was clear. Percy loaded up his wheelbarrow with all the things he'd need to make repairs and clear up after the storm. Then he set off to inspect the damage. He felt happy as he took deep breaths of the fresh, clean air. Perhaps the damage wouldn't be too bad. Let's hope so. Let's see what happens. Oh no, but he was wrong. Something dreadful had happened. Can you see in the picture what's happened? A great big oak tree that had stood by itself on top of a little hill had been blown over by the storm. The giant tree had been one of Percy's favourites. Now it looked very sad, lying on its side with its mass of tangly roots sticking up in the air. But it wasn't just one of Percy's favourite trees. Some of Percy's animal friends lived there. Now their homes were wrecked. Percy hurried up to the fallen tree. The animals were gathered by the tree, looking cross and unhappy. And when they saw Percy, everyone started talking at once. Percy sat down with his friends and listened as they told how the storm had brought down the great tree. "And now we have nowhere to live," said the badger. "Some of us lived in the tree, and some of us lived under it. But we're all homeless now." Some of the rabbits looked close to tears, and the fox was very sniffy. Percy passed him his handkerchief, and the fox blew his nose. Percy stood up. "We'll just have to find you somewhere else to live," he said. "Come on, everybody, jump into my wheelbarrow." The animals felt better now that Percy was with them. First, he took them to the pine wood. Nobody wanted to live there. "Too dark," squeaked the mice. "Too gloomy," said the hedgehog. So Percy took them to the shrubbery. But nobody wanted to live in the shrubbery either. "No big trees," complained the squirrels. "No big roots," moaned the rabbits. "Never mind," said Percy. "We'll try across the stream." Percy, can you see the picture? You can see it there. Percy began to push the heavy wheelbarrow over a little bridge that crossed the stream. But as he got to the middle of the bridge, two things happened. Percy stumbled, and the wheelbarrow decided to see what it would be like to be a boat. Splash! Oh dear, who's in the water? Suddenly, Percy and his friends found themselves drifting downstream to where the stream opened out into a lake. Percy stood up and looked around. "We'll have to paddle back to the shore," he said. But then something caught his eye. "No, wait," said Percy. "Let's paddle across to the other side of the lake. I have an idea." The animals looked puzzled. What was Percy up to? Slowly they paddled the wheelbarrow across the lake. You see them paddling? "Here we are," said Percy. The squirrels jumped ashore and tied up the wheelbarrow to the roots of an enormous hollow tree that grew by the water's edge. "Now this is my plan," said Percy. Everyone gathered round as Percy explained his idea. "Is everybody clear?" Everybody nodded. "Then let's get to work." I wonder what they're going to do. They began by unloading all Percy's tools and the planks of wood from the wheelbarrow. Then Percy explained exactly what he wanted each one to do. He showed the badger how to use a saw, and he showed the squirrels how to knock in the nails. The fox drilled holes, and the rabbits screwed in the screws. The mice were kept busy fetching and carrying for everyone else. At lunchtime, they took a short break to share some of Percy's peanut butter sandwiches. Then they got busy again. See them all being busy. Find out what happens. You see the pictures? At long last, their work was finished. A very tired Percy stood back to admire their handiwork. Now the squirrels had a new home, and so did the mice. The rabbits had a new home, and so did the badger, and the fox, and the hedgehog. In fact, every one of Percy's friends had a fine new place to live. You see all the different places on the pictures. I'm just making sure the light doesn't shine on them. Hopefully you can see them all. Well done, everybody, said Percy. This is the best tree house I have ever seen. What about you, Percy? Called the badger. Aren't you going to join us? Percy smiled. I think I'll stick to my old hut, he said. Besides, said Percy, taking an acorn out of his pocket, I still have one job left to do back at the little hill. So there he's got to go back and just sort out that other tree, doesn't he? Right, so in the back of this book, we've got a picture of how he did the new houses for all the animals. Can you see all the little bits in the tree, the different houses? Let's see what we've got. Oh, we've got all sorts. It's a very posh tree house. It's got little balconies. We've even got a nest with a little roof for the birds. And there we are. So that's a lovely picture of the new house for the animals after the storm. I hope you like that story. I know I like it. And if we'd have been meeting together, we'd had a closer look at that picture and we'd had a look at the animals. But maybe you can spot some of them. And when we're back, I'll try and bring the book and we can have another look at it. Right, so now we're going to do what sort of day we're having. What sort of day am I having today? I think I've got lots and lots of jobs to do. So I think I'm going to have a busy day today. So you have a think about what sort of day you're going to have today. Okay. Patty's having a busy day, a busy day, a busy day. Patty's having a busy day and she is special to God. And now it's your turn. Special to God. Well done. Right now, move that out of the way. And let's light the candle. So, let's say, well, so far this week we've had lovely sunshine and we've had it pouring down with rain. We've had stormy weather, just like in the story. So I think we'll say thank you to God for the different sorts of weather. Okay, so we have sunny days, which is nice when we go out to play, but then we've got the rain to water the flowers, haven't we? So thank you, God, for all the different sorts of weather that you give us, that you send us, for the sunshine so we can play outside and then enjoy the outside with our family and our friends, but also for the rain to give all those plants and vegetables that some of us grow, to give them all a good drink so that they can grow. And for the water, so that we can drink water. Amen. Ready? Amen. Woo! Wasn't that good? You going to blow the candle? Waft, 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 waft. Right, so that's the end of the Bright Spark session. And now for you, it's time to play or have your snack. And I'll see you again next week. Bye.